I think that this course is particularly useful for people who have identified that they want to use or find ways of using the arts as a force for good in people's and communities' lives, but haven't quite maybe articulated the how of that, or haven't quite yet got the network of people who they might be able to team up with to make projects happen, to get in the right rooms, to get in the right spaces. I think it's also, and one of the things that kind of the course really helped me with, I think there's a difference between like constantly advocating for young people and community spaces and so on, and being a consistent voice in that, and then coming like I was able to after completing the course, and also backing that with all of the theory, all of the recent studies around this, all of the places where this has been piloted and worked well or hasn't, and this is what I'll change. So I think it gave me a means of articulating my processes and understanding them better, and collaborating in ways that meant the sharing of best practice. Nobody's reinventing the wheel each time they come to do a project or a program. It's like, okay, I've not done this before, but somebody else has. What did they do? So I'm not starting from zero, I'm starting from 10. And how do we kind of like keep up the momentum together? I think that this course is for people who know what they're about in terms of creating opportunities for young people and communities, but might not yet know fully how to back themselves and articulate that. I think it's for people who want to critically analyze the current context, whether that's locally, nationally, globally, and then want to bring the learnings from that in and apply it to the work that they're doing in very practical and real ways. I think that the course is for people who want a sort of tight community of creative collaborators around them. Not that anybody on the course ever kind of comes with the same ideas or for the same reasons, but there's something about the power of that space, collecting people who are passionate about what they do and have been drawn to a very unique course that enables you to both like develop your creative and artistic practice at the same time as drawing the links to sort of the wider world theory, everything that's going on, and sort of make that make sense. And you kind of have to be able to articulate your whys, as well as figure out sort of like the what and how and why of the work you do. You're also constantly checking in with yourself. And I guess reflection is something that I didn't necessarily have embedded as deeply in my practice as it should have been before. And now it's one of the most valuable things that I never stop banging on about to everybody else. And that was absolutely a gift of the course. I think that the teaching and learning on the course, whether that is the readings that you're doing at home by yourself or in the group, or the practitioners who come in and teach you, or all of the different amazing companies that you get to work with, I think it's very thoughtfully curated and put together so that, you know, what you're doing this term has been scaffolded by what you're doing the term before, and you never feel like you're thrown in at the deep end. It's more of a logical and well-held journey.